What is sus?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy. I'm so tired. Hello, everybody. And yes, I hit 1,000 subscribers. In fact, I just hit 1,100 subscribers. So in order to celebrate, I put out a lovely little video and I also made a post on my Discord server. I managed to get a lot of questions and today I'm going to be answering every single one. Let's begin. What is your favorite map pack you've made? I have made easily more than 40 that I've released and probably about 100 plus in total. Of course, I'm a big fan of my two most recent map packs, 12 Months of Christmas 5 and City in Shadows. But I'd say my all-time favorite is probably not Up and Away. No, it is, yes, it is Up and Away, the original, the best map pack. No, it's got to be Hidden 2s, or what is it, Hidden 1's Lies Awaken. I really love this map pack, just everything came together perfectly. I love the open world nature of it. I'm mostly a fan of how the maps turned out, and overall I think I did a good job with making the map pack. It's kind of a shame because I really wanted to make a third installment, but with my retirement around the corner and a lot of things going on, I'm probably not going to have more time, or who knows, maybe I'll end up making the map pack after a year or so. You've made games in the past, so in your opinion, what is the hardest part of making a game, aka coding, art, music, whatever else? I can't stand making music, okay? I mean, art I'm not good at, but I can iterate, I can make something nice. Coding just comes to me naturally. I just understand logic. Other things, I can make graphics, I can make code, I can do sound effect, but the music, I just can't do it. I've tried to watch videos, I've tried to understand theory and all the composition and the notes, and I just can't do it. How do you feel about your channel and Mario Zero having a very small community? I love it. I cannot put into perspective how much I love our tiny community. I would rather have a small community than a big one, because if you're a big creator, sure, you get to profit off of your own videos and you get to make a living, but I hate being a center of attention. I like to just sit in my own little corner and make my little thing for a few people to enjoy. I don't want to be popular. How did you find out about Mario Zero? Really embarrassing story. I was a major fan of Super Mario Flash, and it had a level editor, and I enjoyed making stuff with this. I made it all the time on my little laptop, and then I ended up becoming a major fan of stuff like Super Mario Remake, and also Mario Builder was also a big inspiration. But I never found something that really worked for me. So I just did the normal rounds. I was looking up Mario Editor, and I might have accidentally mistyped what I say. All I remember is I was trying to search up Mario Creator or Mario Editor, and I ended up accidentally pressing 0 instead of O for Mario. And do you want to know what came up? Mario Zero and its editor. And I was able to find this community of people making games based off SMB1, but also having the Portal elements. And at the same time, I was a big fan of Portal. I'd heard about Mario Zero before, but I'd never really knew it had a proper editor. I ended up making Up and Away. I made about 30 more map packs, and here we are today. What is the reason for your username change, Adon to Britdan? Because Adon is a terrible name. I've had a complicated relationship with my username. Originally it was just my name, Aiden. Then it became Aiden TP. Then it became Aiden the Mapper, which is probably the worst name. And then for some reason I was trying to mix Mario Zero into my name, and then I choose an Adon. Aid-Zeroan? It was an awful username, and I just immediately scrapped it and went back to being Aiden. Then I just decided, why not actually make a proper username? Something that will differentiate myself from other Aidens. And I was thinking, I'm British. I'm very British. So I ended up just combining the names. I became Britdan. It just rolled off the tongue, and it was perfectly short, and I was able to get it on most of the major platforms I use. I gotta say, I actually think this is the best username I've had, and I don't plan to change it again. Could the chat be able to make a map pack? I mean, they probably could. Would it be a good map pack? I don't know the context of this message, if they're talking about on a live stream. It's possible, but I don't think it'll be that good or even get finished. Good question to ask here. What overall plan do you have in store for creating your own original games? In other words, what types of genres are you really willing to explore? Really good question. As you guys know, maybe I'm retiring at the end of this year, but I want to focus on making my own original content. There's quite a few genres I want to explore. I want to make a horror game. The closest thing to a horror game I've made is the Him Quintology. It ended up just becoming a bit of a joke game, but eventually I want to make something a bit more horror based. And overall, I want to learn how to make 3D games. Would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more games, or games, unlimited games but no more games? Skip. Thoughts on the current state of Mario Zero? I cannot tell you guys how much I hate this community. They're all just selfish. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong video. I think Mario Zero is fine. Sure, it's not as popular as it was during like 2019, 2020, but I think we're fine. I think we're alive. That's all we need, right? Have you ever goofied the goober? I told you I was going to be answering every single question. This is actually a trick question. I would never goofy the goober because the goober goofies me. If you could remake a certain Mario game on Mario Zero, what would it be? When I first joined the community, I made a little remake of Mario 64. It was really bad and really like low level. Make something in Mario Zero. I'd probably commit to a ground floor Mario Zero 64 map pack. I think that could be really cool, but I probably will never do that. But the answer is probably Mario 64. We'll do a live stream on the Super Mario Bros 40th anniversary. When is the Mario Bros 40th anniversary? October 20th, 2023. We fucking missed it. You're a little bit late there, Ham. Wait, hold on. Reddit says it's 2025, September 13th. Why is it? I hate Google. We're going on a rant now. Welcome to Aiden Rants. Literal, like, first result when you search up when is Mario 40th anniversary is October 20th, 2023. But thank you very much for making me look stupid. I probably won't do anything special. I will have already retired by then. I'll be on the beach sipping my non-alcoholic beverage of choice. Do you like Super the Mario? I do enjoy myself a Super the Mario very much, thank you. 1. Will you make another horror map pack? And 2. What inspired you to make the Him map pack? 1. Probably not. As I mentioned, doing that retirement thing in like 4 or 5 months. The second question, a lot of things actually. Slender Man was like my main inspiration, and of course also just Goomba in general. Cursed Goomba was a little reaction image created by Allison. Eventually he made like this super realistic looking one. Specifically a background I made for him for his birthday that was just Cursed Goomba spinning in the background. That gave me the idea for Cursed Goomba spinning in the jump scare. As for the origin of I would post Cursed Goomba a lot as like a bruh kind of reaction. Bruh. 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 There are many different versions of Cursed Goomba that Allison had made. All of them ended up becoming different versions of Cursed Goomba who did different things. And just for the fun of it, here's some scrapped sprites from Him 5. I'm not going to be making a Him 5. God, this section ended up being a lot longer than it was supposed to be. What is your opinion of Mario's Marvel? Is that a map pack you made? I'm sorry, I'm not in the loop at the moment. I guess we can do a quick intermission Mario Zero gameplay, and I'll play the first level or two. Welcome back to Aiden Plays a Thing. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I guess we're playing the first level of Mario's Marvel. I've heard a little about it, but I haven't played it. Yo, this is actually kind of cool. This goes really hard so far. It's my guy! Okay, I'm turning down the volume a bit. It's my guy! This is kind of sick. Yo, this is actually kind of sick. Oh my god, it's a... Oh, I got a checkpoint. Oh, I wasted the piece. It just immediately kills them. It's a drawn up! Oh, why are you there, Yoshi? How did you do this to me? Oh, you just ate him! Hey, that is the end of the level! Oh, look at that! That's cool. That is really cool. I am a major fan. I will definitely be making a full video on this, so stay tuned for that. Is there any scrapped cards or ideas from your balatro mod that didn't make the cut? Also, what was your hardest part of making the mod? There was a couple of things, a couple of cards that didn't really sit right. I'll probably end up doing a video on this all on my own after the release of version 2, which is in development, kinda. Version 2 is going to be a complete overhaul, and a lot of things are going to be replaced entirely. I mean, just to show you some cool stuff, look at this. I got tags working without tag cards. I've also been making this thing so you can choose your suit. It's very cool, and I'll probably end up making a full new mod. There were just a lot of things I did in the first one I didn't really like, but I'll probably end up making a full video about all of the stuff I've made and haven't made. Do you have any scrapped ideas or unused content for the map packs you've made in MyZero? Too many. I literally cannot even begin to talk about how many things I've scrapped in every single map pack. I suppose I can give you one little example of something I've made and then not finished for a map pack. For 12 Maps of Christmas 5, I ended up completely remaking the map pack. What I did is I made like the first couple of levels and I just didn't like it. I didn't like the size of everything. I didn't like the mechanics of it. I ended up basically completely redoing the entire thing. Basically, it was an issue with the shop system. I just didn't like the shop system I had placed. Like, just for example, at the end of the levels, there was going to be 3 blocks, and depending on how many coins you got in the level, you'd be able to hit 1, 2, or 3. First one was usually a simple item, like a fire flower or a mushroom. Second would contain a more unique power-up, and then you have the third one, which would be a purple coin minigame. That ended up becoming the sort of like secret pipes you see in every level that gives you 5 purple coins. Overall, I didn't really like the idea, so I ended up completely scrapping everything and starting over. There were quite a few enemies. I'm surprised I've never made a video on this. Chicken nuggies or radish? Who eats radish? This is literally one of the easiest things ever. You take the chicken nuggies. How do I download mods to MyZero on mobile? Website version. I don't know what versions you mean. For Love 2D, which is what MyZero is made in, it does not come out the box with mobile support, as in mobile controls. MyZero, the original version, is not designed for Android. Allison's Entity is the only version which is supported on Android natively. You could try, but at the end of the day, I just think you should use your computer if you don't have one. Allison's Entity, more than enough. You do not need any other mod. Also, how do you replace enemy sprites in MyZero? Depends on what you mean. If you mean as in the built-in enemies, go over to the custom tab, go over to graphics, look for the enemy you want. So for example, Goober, you can click export template and then open folder. You go to that file, you can do whatever you want with the image. If you have an image editor, you can open that up, you can change it however you want, save it, and then just reload MyZero and it'll work. If you mean like custom enemies, well, all custom enemies come with 2 things. It comes with a JSON file and it comes with a PNG file. PNG is the graphic for your enemy. You can just edit it from there. Him 5 when? Him 5 never. What do you think of Argentina's new president, Javier Milei? I don't live in Argentina. I can't say. Probably better than Boris Johnson. Where do you see your content in 5 years? Non-existent. And unfortunately, that is not a lie. I don't really think I want to do this whole YouTube thing any longer. I'm kind of done. Again, I'm leaving the MyZero community. That's like a big chunk of my content gone. I'll still be making videos on it. Probably not as much as usual. I want to make more games, and that's pretty cool, but that'll kind of bring me away from the content side of things. So eventually, in about a couple of years, I will make my last video on this channel. And who knows, eventually I'll probably quit YouTube altogether. I'll quit MyZero altogether. I'll quit this community altogether. And I'll go off and do my own thing. Make a family. Be alone. Thank God that's not the last question, because that is incredibly sad. Where's Tim's? Where's Tim's? As in like one night at Tim's? There are many Tims. You have Tim, Scrap Tim, Nightmare Tim, Hallusion Tim, Toy Tim, Twisted Tim, Shadow Tim. Oh, I almost forgot about Funtime Tim. Can't forget about Funtime Tim. Anyway, thank you all for your incredible support over the last 6-7 years. I mean, we've done some cool stuff here and I've got a lot more cooking up. I have a lot in the works. I recently partook in the Love 2D Game Jam yet again. You'll be seeing that video fairly shortly. Let's get to 2,000 subs before I leave the face of the earth. Alright, see ya.